Anton Chigurh, aka Sugar. Origin: No Country for Old Men. Occupation: Professional Hitman. Powers and skills: Great deal of endurance, Master Gunman, Expert Hitman, High degree of intellect and improvisation, a Professional Tracker. Hobby: Killing, deciding people's fate. Goals: To keep his reputation and earn money. Type of villain: Serial killer, psychopath, nihilist, and complete monster. Anton Chigurh is the main antagonist of the novel and film No Country for Old Men. In the movie, he is portrayed by Javier Bardem. He is described as a ruthless hitman who is one of the pioneers of the unstoppable killing machine genre. The menacing Anton Chigurh is by far one of the most intimidating and psychotic of all contract killers. I suppose the running into this villain would not be so bad, just as long as you are not one of his acquired targets, and at all cost, should he break out a quarter for a coin toss, you run like hell. Wielding a suppressed shotgun and a hydraulic maul, Chigurh makes for a highly dangerous foe whom also fancies blowing up cars as a perfect form of distraction. Cyberdyne Systems Prototype Model 1000, aka T-1000. Origin: Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Occupation: a Terminator. Powers and skills: Shapeshifting, self-regeneration, turns his arms into sharp blades. Hobby: Killing innocent people. Goals: To kill John Connor in order to help the machines win the war in the future. Failed. Type of villain: Destroyer of innocence, one-man army. T-1000, played by Robert Patrick, is a liquid metal android and the main antagonist in the 1991 film Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Its main goal is to kill John Connor in the past. Unlike the last Terminator, T-1000 can survive almost any injury and changes back into its original form almost instantly. T-1000 was one of the most feared and highest sophisticated killing machines of his time in the 1990s. If you are someone T-1000 is after, you will surely not stand a chance unless you're backing a minigun, a gasoline tanker, or a truckload of liquid nitrogen. It. Full name: Unknown, aka, sometimes spelled It. Pennywise, the Dancing Clown. The Clown: Robert Gray, also Bob Gray. Pennywise: the Wolfman, the Mummy, the Spider, the Giant Spider. Origin: It. Occupation: Demonic force of nature, mass murderer, child killer. Powers and skills: Vast supernatural powers on a near limitless scale that function similar to reality warping, shapeshifting, mastery of disguises, manipulation, trickery, illusions, cunning, lethal, photokinesis as the Deadlights. Hobby: Killing children, playing tricks on victims, exacting revenge, playing mind games with his enemies, scaring his enemies and victims for life. Goals: Murder those who defeated him and then return to his usual role of killing people. Type of villain: Child murderer, evil clown, supernatural, complete monster. It, sometimes capitalized as It, more commonly known as Pennywise the Dancing Clown, is the main antagonist of the Stephen King novel It and film of the same name. It was a demonic entity who would almost always disguise himself as a clown to attract children, so that he could capture and kill them as they were in an easier target. In the 1990 film, he was portrayed by Tim Curry, and in the 2017 remake, Bill Skarsgård will play Pennywise. The Wishmaster. Full name: Unknown, aka Nathaniel Demarest. Human form: The Wishmaster. Origin: Wishmaster movies. Occupation: Member of the ancient Jinn race, Genie. Powers and skills: Grants any wish, twisting them into something fatal, even if the wish is vague enough, in exchange for his victim's soul, immortality. Hobby: Granting wishes of foolish mortals and transform them into their worst nightmares. Goals: Free the other Jinn and bring the end of humanity. Type of villain: Evil Genie. Jinn, also called himself the Wishmaster, is an ancient, evil genie and is the central antagonist of the Wishmaster horror movie series. Although a hideous monster in his true form, he is an adept shapeshifter and manipulator who wishes to free his fellow jinn monsters and end the world. However, in order to do so, he must grant 3 wishes to the person who freed him. Unlike most other evil genies in popular culture, however, the jinn can grant infinite wishes to people who didn't set him free, and is a sadistic villain who greatly enjoys making people wish things and warping them into gruesome and nightmarish scenarios. The jinn was played by Nathaniel Demarest. Frederick Charles Krueger, aka Freddy Krueger, Fred Krueger, Springwood slasher, bastard son of 100 maniacs. Origin: A Nightmare on Elm Street. Occupation: serial killer, dream master. Powers and skills: his razor-sharp clawed glove, superhuman strength, control over people's nightmares, able to warp between the real world and the dream world, ability to start fires with his mind, possession, regeneration, invulnerability, immortality, and trickery. Hobby: killing people, invading and warping the dreams of the living. Goals: kill the children of all the parents of Springwood as revenge of them burning him alive. To keep killing people within dreams and collecting souls to gain strength. Kill his rival, Jason Voorhees. Type of villain: immortal, serial killer, complete monster. Portrayed by Robert Englund, a burnt serial killer who uses a glove armed with razors to kill his victims in their dreams, causing their deaths in the real world as well. In the dream world, he is a powerful force and almost completely invulnerable to damage. However, whenever Freddy is pulled into the real world, he has normal human vulnerabilities. Agent C.M. Kruger, aka Kruger, Agent Kruger. Origin: Elysium. Occupation: mercenary, sleeper agent. Powers and skills: swordsmanship, explosives expertise, brutal personality, 0 remorse. Hobby: barbecuing with his katana. Goals: prevent those from Earth escaping to Elysium, take control of Elysium, and then kill Max DaCosta. Kill Delacourt. Type of villain: complete monster, terrorist, psychopath. Agent 32 Alpha 21B. Kruger is a mercenary working as a personal sleeper agent. It is revealed that he is notorious for committing numerous human rights violations, including rape and torture. He was portrayed by Charlton Copley. Jonathan Johnny Daniel Jack Torrance, aka Johnny Jack Mr. Torrance. Origin: The Shining, 1980. Occupation: former teacher, caretaker at the hotel, writer, killer. Powers and skills: intelligence, physical strength, skilled axeman, and speed. Hobby: drinking alcohol. Goals: kill his wife Wendy and his magical son Danny, and to take care of the hotel during the winters. Type of villain: big, bad, brainwashed protagonist villain. Jack was a writer and a redeemed alcoholic who lived with his wife Wendy and his son Danny, who wielded a special psychic power known as the Shining. Jack eventually became possessed by a demon, whom in general had control over all of the Overlook Hotel that Jack was put in charge of, and attempted to try to kill his own family under that demon's influence. He was portrayed by Jack Nicholson, who also best known for portraying the Joker. Philip Covington, possible real name, aka the Warlock, the Antichrist, son of Satan. Origin: Warlock, 1989. Occupation: Warlock, Antichrist. Powers and skills: mastery of black magic, vast demonic powers, charm, manipulation, murder skills, flight, hexes and curses, spells and incantations. Hobby: not applicable. Goals: to destroy everything in the name of Satan. Type of villain: magician, Satan. The Warlock is the titular main antagonist of the supernatural horror film series Warlock, and was a time-traveling practitioner of dark arts. In the Warlock film series, the Warlock is the son of the devil, which explains his vast dark powers. He was portrayed by Julian Sands. The Joker, aka Bozo, 2-bit whack job, wears a cheap purple suit and makeup, the clown of Agent of Chaos. Origin: The Dark Knight. Occupation: nefarious career criminal who is notoriously an uprising self-made criminal mastermind. Powers and skills: unquestionably over-high intelligence, combat skills, launching a number of terrorist attacks in a criminal method. Hobby: terrorizing Gotham City and its populace, manipulating anyone into becoming corrupt and evil, motivating Batman in an unquestionably antagonizing method, killing countless people in very sadistic ways, nefariously orchestrating a series of criminal activities as part of his plan. Goals: motivate Batman into destroying his moral code by deteriorating his reputation and corrupting his sanity. Create a new era of anarchy and chaos in Gotham City. Plunge Gotham's population into embracing total insanity. Plunge Harvey Dent into becoming a corrupt monstrosity of evil and irredeemable madness. Type of villain: complete monster, nihilistic, anarchist, criminal mastermind, narcissistic terrorist, mass murderer. The Joker of The Dark Knight was portrayed by Heath Ledger. By far, no pun intended, Heath brought out the darkest side of all portrayals involving the role as the Joker. A somewhat jovial, unpredictable psychopath who just wants to see the world burn, as well as a mountain of cash. Philip Blake, aka The Governor Philip Blake. Origin: The Walking Dead series. Occupation: businessman, governor of the town of Woodbury. Powers and skills: high intelligence, expertise in guns, cunning, great strength. Hobby: drinking, love affairs with townswomen. Goals: continue to build Woodbury, kill Rick Grimes and the rest of his prison group. Type of villain: evil ruler, wrathful, corrupt official, sociopath, complete monster, big bad. Personality: played by David Morrissey. The Governor is shown to be a cunning, cruel, savage, brutal, and highly intelligent man who is determined, survivor, and a strong leader to those in his group. He is prone to psychopathically anger-fueled adrenaline, which, combined with his utter lack of mercy, makes him a dangerous, physical opponent. Next time on Epic Villains of TV and Movie History.